that'll be really nice. Hello and welcome back to another vlog. So it's a beautiful November day and we have a really exciting project. We are going to be creating a new border, a cottage border in our backyard. And I say backyard very intentionally because it's definitely not a back garden yet. But we have a few things to do before we start on that. But essentially what I'm thinking is that because we don't want to continue the fence all the way down, it just takes an enormous amount of work. It's literally back-breaking work. I mean, Bert really hurt his back when we were digging into all the rocks last year. So what I'm thinking is that instead of creating a deer fence around the backyard, we're going to make a garden, a cottage garden that is deer friendly, more deer resistant. I guess it's not deer friendly because we're not really encouraging the deer there, but it's deer resistant. So what we're going to be doing is we obviously need to rake first in the back, but we really wanted to add a whole border along the entire back of our backyard, creating a cottage border all along the back. And to start off right now, we're going to be planting that up full of daffodils, daffodils and alliums, both of which we have found to be very, very deer resistant. And also in the lawn area, we are going to be adding little clusters of daffodils. We saw this in Monet's garden in the north of France in Giverny, and it was so inspiring and so beautiful that we wanted to recreate it here. And it's a great thing because we can kind of do that without having to build the deer fence. So we're gonna go ahead and start by raking, and then we'll probably take a little break because I think that'll probably tire us out. Then we'll make a little lunch. I think we're gonna do some veggie bowls, and then we're gonna start our border, which is really exciting. This has been something that we've been talking about doing for a long time. So let's go. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. make a little ginger dressing, lemon ginger dressing. What do you think, George? Lemon ginger? Is that a good idea? Then we're gonna add some hemp seeds and avocados on top. Mushrooms with garlic, sauteed mushrooms with garlic is like one of my favorite things ever. I've loved it ever since I was a kid. And then I had a roommate when I was living in New York from Belgium, and she used to add balsamic vinegar to her mushrooms when she would saute them. So ever since, that's just something that I've done. It tastes delicious. Smells so good. I'm so hungry. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of ginger. I like to freeze my ginger so it's easier to grate into this little creamer so I can pour it over our bowls. A little bit of oil, extra virgin olive oil. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of lemon juice, little pepper, and some nutritional yeast. Stir it in. Yum. Okay, so we're starting with our lentils. Then we're gonna add the broccoli. Then we're just adding our mushrooms. This smells so good. So this takes about 20 minutes to make. So we have lentils, and we cook the lentils in veggie broth. And then mushrooms. Gonna add some green apple here. And probably an avocado. And then some hemp seeds. So now I'm just gonna add some pecans in the center, some hemp seeds, like a vegan Parmesan cheese. And then I have this ginger vinaigrette that I'm just gonna drizzle over top. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. That looks delicious. Do you want to get outside?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we just finished lunch. That was so delicious. And then we just finished cleaning up. I had to put on a sweater because it got a little chilly. So we are going to finish up raking, I think, and then we are going to start on the borders. Bert already started, so let's go ahead and check in on him. Wow! It looks great! Okay, so we just talked through our plan for the back of this border, and what we've concluded is that we're going to create a sort of a rough border in the backyard for now, and then we can always adjust that in the spring. So what we're gonna do is just create kind of meandering border here. Bert's decided to kind of undo this fireplace, take this apart, disassemble it. They had left that there when we moved in. And then here, I'll explain. So then this pile here is all of the soil that was in our land guard bed, and that bed has held up so well. All of the annuals did so well in it. They were so happy. I mean, we barely had to water it at all. But all the annuals were done for the season. We've had so many frosts at this point that, yeah, those are all done. And so we decided to just reuse the soil in the bed. What we have here is just sort of the remnants of that. Some ferns that I think we're going to transplant. These are some Christmas ferns. And then we're just going to use this soil that was in there, recycle it, and use it to fill up the borders. So essentially, this is kind of the area that we're going to call our sunken garden. So I don't know if you can envision it, but it's going to be an area like this, and then in the back we're going to have a border. Hopefully we're going to have some evergreens there eventually. Then we're going to come along here, and for now we're just going to be planting this up with spring bulbs, so daffodils and maybe some alliums. And then we're going to come over here, widen it out here and this area, because this is, as you can see, this is our backyard, and then it's a flat area, plateaus off, and then it dips down, so it's quite a drop. And so just to create something intentional here is really our plan. Kind of a shallow border for now, and then we can extend it in the spring. This woodland area, there are so many deer, families of whitetails that like frolic throughout, which we love, but yeah, we just want to make sure that these are all kind of deer resistant plants. Okay, so sorry, bird's bum. We're gonna go ahead and start, Bert's gonna start to dig that up. And here are the bulbs that we have. So these are all discounted, which is fantastic. And we have these Allium Purple Sensation, deer resistant. These yellow trumpet daffodils, so we have 35 of those. We've used maybe 15, so we have about 20 left, and 35 of the same, and then this is a mix, so that'll be really nice. And then I know we have a few more of the ice follies that look like this that I think we're gonna fill the lawn with little clusters. That'll be fun.
That's great.
So we're just taking off the top layer of grass and moss. Bert had the idea of dismantling the fire pit that was here. But when we moved in, there was just a fire pit back here. And then using that to kind of create the back of the border so that the soil doesn't just roll down the hill during a storm. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So we're just gonna kind of keep making our way this way. But yeah, this whole area we will plant the bulbs in. So I just dug a little bit, and as you can see, there's maybe 6 inches here, like of a border. And so I can clean this up, but we'll just have this border here. And it's just all rocks. So the more we try to dig, it's just more and more rocks. So you can't really put your shovel in. I'll show you. If you try to put your shovel in, it's like this. There's this, it's all rocks. But this is honestly better than anywhere else on our property, which is cool. So we're just gonna try and level this out as much as we can. You can't tell how uneven it is on here, but yeah. Okay, I pushed myself a little bit too much and tweaked my back again. So I'm just gonna sit tight while Bert starts to fill in the border. I placed most of the daffodil. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Talking is a little hard right now. That's a heavy one, huh? So now we're planting the alliums. This is Bert's work sweater. It's been converted. But yeah, I think just creating a zigzag along the back.
Cool.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have created a border in the backyard. It looks not perfect, but good. Good. It got cold, that's why I'm wearing my coats. But so Bert did a little stacked stone wall, like retaining wall at the back here. And then how many feet do you think this is? Maybe at its deepest, about 4 feet deep, 3-4 feet deep. And then we did all along the front of the border, all of our narcissus, all of our daffodils, all the way to here, the corner of the smile going all the way over. And then we did our alliums right here, 15 of them, just kind of in the back of the daffodils. So it'll just be in this little section because we didn't have that many. But I think that'll be really pretty because I'm thinking here we'll have a little seating area and we'll look here. But that's nice. It's a lot of work because of all the rocks. So, and then Bert just put this in the ground. I'm happy with it and I'm excited that we have something here, a start to something. It's really exciting. Okay, it's a new day. It's very chilly, but we're gonna try and finish up the backyard here. And I want to map out where we're gonna put the little clusters of daffodils because I just think that they are so whimsical and magical to have these little clusters of daffodils in the lawn. And No-Mow May is kind of a fun thing. We have lots of daisies and forget-me-nots all around, so we'll probably just sort of see where those things pop up. We've seen some daisies and forget-me-nots over there, and Bert was just saying that it would be fun to kind of create a meadow going down this hill over here. So having those daffodils up and allowing the foliage to die back by itself during No-Mow May, where we're not going to be mowing, I think we might mow a little path, but beyond that, we'll just let everything die back, and that'll be a really easy way to do it. Bert's just behind you. He's going to be digging our holes because my back is still hurting and I just don't want to risk it. So, risk it biscuit. So yeah, let's try and figure out where to put these little clusters. Okay, so when you walk out of the door that comes back in the backyard, I want to have something for your eye to kind of catch. So I'm thinking that maybe right around here we have a little cluster that'll kind of draw you back down to the backyard. And then maybe we'll just zigzag it a little bit.
It's a perfect hole for it though.
There we go. Margaret's finishing up planting the daffodils. I think that's gonna look so, so gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining us on this crisp day. It's still technically autumn, but it's like the nights are in the 20s already. So we can call it winter. But thank you so much for joining us. Please like this video if you like, subscribe if you're not already. It really does mean the world to us. We're a small channel and we're just hoping to grow. So I hope you have a great rest of your day or your night. And wherever you are, happy gardening. Even if it's indoors for the next little bit. Bye.